My family laughed when I drove my old pickup to the reunion. Nobody recognized the license plate. My cousin started laughing before I even shut the engine off. You drove that? He pointed at my truck like it had personally offended him. My uncle looked over from the grill. Didn't know they still made those. A few people laughed. My brother shook his head. You're almost 40, Caleb. Buy yourself something decent. I looked at the faded blue pickup. The paint was peeling. The driver's seat had been repaired twice. The tailgate only closed if you lifted it first. It still gets me where I need to go, I said. My cousin smirked. Yeah, straight to poverty. I smiled. Maybe. Nobody at that reunion recognized the license plate. By sunset, every single person there. The truck had belonged to my grandfather. He bought it new in 1984. Single cab, manual transmission, no air conditioning. He used it to build the small excavation company that fed 3 generations of our family. When Grandpa retired, everyone assumed he'd leave the truck to my older brother. Instead, he handed me the keys. My brother looked disappointed. Honestly, so did I. The truck had almost 400,000 miles on it. I thought Grandpa was giving me the sentimental prize, the cheap one. He only smiled. Don't sell it. That was all he said. After Grandpa died, the company was divided. My brother inherited part of the equipment business. My cousin split investment accounts. A few rental properties were sold. I inherited the truck. My family joked about it for years. Every Christmas, every barbecue, someone always asked if it had finally died. It never did. What they didn't know was that Grandpa never kept paperwork and filing cabinets. He hated filing cabinets. He said thieves always checked offices first. Instead, he hid things where nobody looked. Inside old toolboxes, behind workbench drawers, and once, inside the driver's door of that pickup. I found it completely by accident. The window regulator stopped working. I removed the interior door panel. A small metal tube fell onto the garage floor. Inside was a rolled-up document sealed inside plastic. It wasn't money. It wasn't a will. It was an original mineral rights deed. 40 years earlier, Grandpa had sold part of his excavation land. He'd kept the mineral rights. Nobody thought they mattered. The property had produced nothing for decades. Then, 5 years before he died, a lithium deposit was discovered underneath 3 neighboring parcels. Exploration expanded. Testing continued. Nobody ever contacted Grandpa because the ownership records were buried under an outdated county filing until they finally corrected them. The notice had been mailed. Grandpa had hidden it, waiting until someone found the deed. That someone happened to be me. The attorney spent 11 months confirming ownership. The mining company spent another 4 negotiating. The final agreement closed 3 days before the reunion. I didn't tell anyone, not because I wanted revenge, because I didn't think it changed who I was. I still liked the truck, still liked fixing things, still preferred coffee from a gas station over expensive cafes. The only thing I'd bought after the closing was 4 new tires. The reunion was held at my aunt's farm every August. About 60 relatives, kids running through sprinklers, smoke from the grill, same folding chairs every year, same conversations, same jokes, including the truck, especially the truck. Around 5 that afternoon, a black SUV pulled into the driveway. Nobody recognized it. A man stepped out carrying a leather portfolio. He looked around. Caleb Morgan? I raised my hand. He smiled. Sorry to interrupt. He held out a folder. The state requested one final signature before tomorrow's wire transfer. The yard became very quiet. My uncle stopped flipping burgers. My cousin slowly lowered his drink. The man continued. Congratulations, by the way. The royalties officially begin next quarter. My brother frowned. What royalties? The attorney looked surprised. You didn't know. He glanced at me. I shrugged. I hadn't gotten around to mentioning it. He opened the folder. The mineral rights attached to Mr. Morgan's inherited parcel were valued at, he checked the page, just under $84 million. Nobody laughed. Not one person. My cousin looked at the pickup, then back at me. The truck. I nodded. Grandpa knew. My uncle whispered. That's why he wouldn't let anyone buy it. The attorney left after 5 minutes. The reunion slowly started again. Kids kept playing. Someone turned the music back on. Life has a funny way of refusing to pause for very long. As the sun started setting, my brother walked over. I owe you an apology. For the truck? For a lot more than that. I looked across the yard. Grandpa always said people eventually revealed themselves if you gave them enough time. He'd been right again. I still drive that pickup. It has over 430,000 miles now. People still smile when they see it. I don't mind. The only thing that's changed is the license plate. It's still the original one Grandpa registered in 1984. Turns out, it was worth a lot more than anyone ever imagined.